Waiting in so I can try to chime them in. And we're going to go live. DJ Gisby, man. The Gypsy, the DJ, the Gypsy. Haha, the Gypsy, man. I see you in the building. I'm waiting to go live with my man here, Close Z, New York City. What up? Goodman Dane, what's happening with you? Bronx, New York City, I see you. I'm waiting for the journalism so we can go live in the building and see what's happening here. We got a nice little ride interview. Oh, there you go. I'm here. Okay, here you go. All right, we're waiting to go live with my man.
What
right, you got me?
Yeah, we good now?
All right, so you must have some cheap shit.
Don't play me like that, legend.
You know what I'm saying? You must have some bullshit.
Hey, the most important thing is we're here now.
That's what's up. How you doing, man?
Good, man. It's a pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity.
Let me turn it up a little. Okay, I'm all the way up.
Okay, this is Quarantine Sessions, episode 14. I am with the legendary, someone who needs no introduction, the Chief Rocker, Busy B. Thank you for joining me tonight.
That's what's up, man. Hope you don't mind I'm rolling up my shit while we talk, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, do your thing. We got some time. Appreciate everybody jumping over to Busy B page to join us tonight.
That's what's up.
Busy, in these times, man, before the quarantine and lockdown, where were you at and what were you doing when you got told you was gonna be on lockdown?
I was actually right here in Vegas, and because I was on the East Coast. I got out of the East Coast, and I was here. I got here in November, so I've been here since November. So I did my Christmas and I did my New Year's right here. So when it happened, I was already here. Not really stable, like I'm really not stable right at the moment, but I'm here, which was really a good move for me because it was like most the safest thing for me because, you know, everything was all right here. I didn't have to worry as much as I did if I was on the East Coast. And when I was on the East Coast, I was in Baltimore, you know, and then from there to New York, you know what I'm saying?
Right. How has it affected your day-to-day activities so far?
Well, it hurt me because a lot of my friends is hurt. And me, you know, my mom's, my dad, my family already been gone. So, and it hasn't been to this pandemic. So it's just me and my wife and who I roll with now. So it didn't do much affect me except for like my closest friends, some of my homies, you know, they some made it, some didn't, some still on the recovery, which is awesome. Because at the beginning, I actually didn't think it was what it was. You know what I mean? And then it started hitting home. And then when it hit home, they told me the reason. I was like, wow, you know, and like the early February, it started really hitting, you know, the ending of February, it started hitting home to some of my friends and homies. Then I started hearing it, like it started really, it got serious, which is still serious today, right now, you know? So, I mean, me right now, I'm cool. I've been right here where I'm at right now, doing the same thing, quarantine. I've been safe, so I've been blessed with that much so far.
Definitely. What have you learned about yourself since being quarantined in?
Oh well, shit. I'm the same. Oh, I smoke a lot of shit, eat good and drink. You know what I'm saying? Stay on my grind. I still try to make calls. Who can talk? Who can do business for when it's over or whenever it's over? I try to set up for then. You know what I mean? And just I keep striving, man. You know, even when I make the songs that I make right now today, they'll be about, the lyrics will be about exactly what I'm doing today, for real. Not just a fantasy dream. And then in my songs, I never did that anyway. Right. I never made songs where I lied. You know what I mean? Right. I didn't have to. In the beginning, we said what we said. And then, you know, it's funny because everybody always say, well, who inspired me? But there was nobody. It was, you know what I'm saying? And then at the time when I was coming, there was MCs like Melly Mel and his brother Kid Creole, you know what I'm saying, and Keith Cowboy. But there was no other MCs that was worth me or me going to go see. You know, it was none. It was Grandmaster Flash and the Furious, and it wasn't even no Furious. Furious wasn't even invented until maybe the 80s. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just 3 MCs, Melly Mel, Kid Creole, and Keith Cowboy. It was no more. So, I mean, I watched them, and I didn't have a brother or a partner to say, come on, let's tag up, or let's be, you know, St. Paul and Tom Hall, you know, or Tom and Jerry, or a nickname to go with one another. I didn't have that. So
right.
It was awesome to see Melly Mel and Kid Creole. They did shit on the microphone that I was amazed. I was like, wow, oh shit, god damn, that's nice, you know, because I saw what the people would like when they did it. It wasn't what they did, it's what the people did, why they did it.
Reaction.
That's what got me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, if I can do that, that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what you doing, it's what you make the people do. You can make the people move just like a basketball player. I'll give you Michael Jordan. When you go see Mike do some fly shit and you see the people lose their mind, that's why he get that kind of money. He can make a motherfucker jump out their seat and say, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what you get paid for. And that's what I'm known for to this day. I can still do that right now.
Right. Can we rewind just a little bit and tell everybody about where you were born and raised at?
I'm from the Boogie Down Bronx, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm born and raised in the Boogie Down Bronx. I've been doing this. You know, a lot of y'all out there running around saying y'all been doing this too long. Well, let me tell y'all something. I've been doing this shit 3 long. If y'all been doing it too long, I've been doing this shit 3 long. You know what I'm saying? Chief Rocker Busy Bee, backbone of the microphone, hip hop's first solo MC. Now, you know, when I say first solo MC, because I'm still an MC. You got, you know, they argue about Coke La Rock and Kool Herc, but at the end of the day, his name is DJ Coke La Rock. His name is not MC Coke La Rock. It's Kool Herc and the Herculoid, which include DJ Coke La Rock, DJ Clark Kent, and Timmy Tim. Now, Timmy Tim didn't have a MC name or a DJ name behind his. It was just Timmy Tim. So to say Coke La Rock, and he was a DJ that got on the mic and shout out his friends, which that's awesome. But to have the title to say he's the first MC, I mean, he before me doing a DJ and MCing, yes, that's true. But to say he's an MC, that's not true. He was a DJ and an MC. I've never been a DJ and never tried to DJ. I'm an MC.
Right. You grew up through the 60s and 70s, before hip hop was even discovered. Who were some of your musical influences during this time?
Say it again.
You grew up in the 60s and the early 70s, even before hip hop was even discovered. Who was your musical influences during this time?
But again, there was no musical influence. You know, it wasn't no hip hop then. We used to go to the jam. Grandmaster Flash and Mean Gene used to go in the park and play in the jam. That's on the east side. I went on the other side where Bambaataa was in Bronx River and Disco King Mario was on the other side of town, Bronx River, Bruckner Boulevard. I was over there where they used to play at in the parks and in the evening in the schools. I went to Mario. Mario gave me my shot to rock the microphone, not Mean Gene. I got down with Mean Gene later on because I lived it on that side of town. But the Disco King Mario, that was his name, Disco King Mario. And he gave me the shot to get on a system and get on the microphone and do whatever I did back then. But he gave me the shot. It didn't come from like Bambaataa or Kool Herc or Flash. They didn't give me the shot. I didn't even know them. I didn't know them to say, hey, I knew them. They didn't give me a shot. I didn't know them. I went to develop my own skills on the other side of town where I didn't think people knew about what they was doing on that side of town and tried to improvise it when I saw a DJ. When I saw the DJ play the music, I would go and say, hey, if I see a mic, I say, I can say a thing or two to that beat right there if you let me. And Mario let me try. And he said, he was the one that told me that he said, wow, yo, you got a voice. That's wow. I ain't never heard no shit like that. And he had a system. See, a lot of people back then, it was about the system. And he had a system where you could hear the bass, the mid-range, the highs. I mean, you could actually hear the sweet sound of music. So if you had a voice come over it, it sounds so to a radio, to a system is totally different. You know what I mean? And I was on a system to where you heard me. It was so clear to if you was into music or it just a sound, I sounded that good. You wanted to see who that was. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you caught a glimpse of it, it was this little short, fly, cute motherfucker. It was a little short. He was well dressed, cute motherfucker on the microphone. You know what I'm saying? That was the chief rock of Busy Bee. And they let me do that. And my name got exposure because of the system I was on. They could hear what I was saying. And when I said who I was, it stuck to people. Because like, yo, Busy Bee said Starsky was rocking on Mario. You know, he was rocking on Mario shit. See, Mario had the name and system. So whoever was on it, they knew it was his stuff. But the individual name itself would stand out. And that happened to have been me.
Many people credit the year 1973 as the birth of hip hop. What was your earliest memories, and would you say 1973 was correct?
75, I believe, but I came in 77. So whatever before that, I really couldn't tell you. I came in 77.
Okay.
At that time, like I said, they had Flash, 3 MCs. They had Mean Gene and his brother, the L Brothers. They had Disco King Mario. They had Africa Bambaataa. They had Breakout and DJ Baron. And see, that's another guys that I played on their system as well. And they had a system. They had systems that you wanted to hear. If you heard they was coming, you wanted to go hear that because you're going to hear good music. That was the bottom line. It wasn't about who was going to rap on it. The sounds was going to be all right. So you'll say, yeah, this is all right. You can sit here, drink your beer or whatever you was doing and chill out. You can do that right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got your name well known throughout New York in the early days by battling MCs throughout. Can you take us back to some of those?
No. I didn't get my name by battling. I ain't never battled nobody in my goddamn life. I ain't never had to battle nobody. I didn't even think I had to battle Kumo D when I had to battle Kumo D because it wasn't a battle. It was a sabotage, and he got over to get his name out there, and then we had a battle. And it was only one. I only had one in my life, and that was that. And the other time, me and Mr. Biggs from the Soul Sonic Force, if you want to talk about battling, then okay, me and him would be the first battle because Bambaataa had him on one side. He had Mr. Biggs, he had Zombu, he had Little Monk, and he had Globe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Powwow wasn't even, you know, the zin, 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 zin. He wasn't even, he was there, but he wasn't one of the BAM MCs. Mr. Biggs was one of his main MCs all the way. And me and Mr. Biggs used to battle back and forth. Now in junior high school 123, when we used to do this, we used to go into a gym. And see, I'm 56 now. So when I was in high school, we had the gym. We had to separate the wall. It was a wall, one big gym, but it was a separation with a wall. And you could go on one side. The girls would be on this side on gym time, and the guys would be on this side of the gym time. And while we was going on, you couldn't go on that side. But during the evening, when we have the parties, this is how we determine the battles and who would win because Bambaataa will be on that side and Mario will be on this side. But then you still had the wall in the middle. And you had two doors, one door on that end, one door on that end. Now, the crowd can go to either side they want to. They can walk on that side of the door, you hear all the music from Bambaataa. Go on this side of the door, you hear all the music from Mario. So the battle will start at midnight, we'll say, and the battle begins. And Bam will play all his funky beats, Mario will play all his funky beats, Miss Biggs will be on the mic, and I'll be on the mic. Now, this is how we determine who won the battle. How many people are on that side of the room where you can see your room is empty, but if you went over there, you can't get in that motherfucker. It's jam-packed. Or you can get on that side, and you can't get out there because you can't get out because it's jam-packed. That's how we would determine who wins. And at a good 20 minutes, half an hour, everybody on this side after 12:30 play is over. I need to open this door so I can let these, you know what I'm saying? And go on in. And that's how we determine our little battles. and me and Mr. Biggs to go at it. Yo, and we was doing like New York back then, and said, you know, when we make jokes about people or we rhyme, we called it snapping. Yo, he snapped on you. Yo, he was snapping on you, funny. That's what we was doing. We was doing that. It wasn't no motherfucker, your girl this and I'll fuck you up. And it was never none of that. It was never. We used to do them little fairy tale rhymes or something, or put something, or come off the top of our head and say something, and it'd be that. But it'd be to the beat. It'd be what the people would be happy and laughing and having fun, and that's what we did. It was never no animosity. It was never no rah-rah. It was never that. Because back then, we had the gangs. It was the spades, and they was the rah-rah, nigga. You want a rah-rah, go fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? They even came to party and chill out and enjoy themselves. So what the fuck was us, you know? That wasn't what we was doing, but we had fun with it. It drawed the impact. It drawed a lot of people. It drawed the people to come out. You know what I'm saying? And it was love, man. That's all it was. It was never no wrong in it at all. We had, I mean, I wish right now we can do that because it ain't that no more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
How'd you get down with the Zulu Nation?
Bambaataa. Again, I was with Mario. He saw me. My talents all came from Mario because people got to actually hear Busy B. They got to hear me. More than see me, they got to hear me. So when they saw me, it was different because how this little motherfucker right here sounds so goddamn big, you know, on the microphone. And that was just that. I had, then again too, man, my character, like right now today, you see how, man, you can rap and chick, like we know each other 20 years. We ain't know each other 10 goddamn minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, this is Busy B then. To the people, like, I like that motherfucker. I'm gonna fuck with that nigga that day. I fuck with Biz. Yo, come on, Biz. Anytime somebody had, come on, Biz, I was invited because it was like that. It was love. They loved it me.
I can see. You were a part of what people considered the first hip hop movie, Wild Style. How did you get that role, and how did that whole movie come about? Can you take us back?
Well, now we talk. Now here's where I looked out for my fellow MCs because they didn't know Charlie Ahern. Charlie Ahern was looking for me from the beginning. That's what he said. He was in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, and all he heard was on the microphone was a guy named Busy B. He didn't know who he was, and I didn't know Charlie. Charlie was a little white guy, little white man, and him and Fab Five. I didn't know Fab Five Freddy either, but Fab Five Freddy knew of me because he heard. And Charlie heard of me, so they wanted to come meet me and just talk, right? And so they came up to the Valley. I was up where Breakout was up. Uptown Breakout owned the whole Uptown where the Valley was at, and we was playing music. So now this is maybe 80. This might be 1980 right here, 79, maybe 80. Back then, the only time a white man was coming in your neighborhood was to lock your ass up or take your ass to jail. And the white man kept coming talking about, you know Busy B. Fuck no. Hell no. Hell no. I don't know no goddamn Busy B. For what? You know, I didn't know what they did. And I'm trying to think of what the fuck I do. I ain't do nothing. Why they asking for me? White folks asking for me, you going to jail, motherfucker. I'm like, fuck. So I'm ducking this guy. I'm ducking this motherfucker. I'm running around. He asking people point because they don't know. So they said, yo, I'm trying to find Busy B. And they said, oh, Busy B over there. I run that way. I go that way.